The start of the school year is just around the corner, and with this in mind, we'll talk about gadgets that are helpful to college students in their daily activities. We'll be joined today by Ren Alcantara. He's the associate editor of Gadgets magazine. Good morning, Ren.
Good morning, Claire. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming and bringing all these terrific looking gadgets. So you are going to tell us, so what are these gadgets and how are they helpful to students or to just anybody who would like to make life easier for them?
All right, okay. So the life of a student or someone in the media like us, we tend to move around a lot. So I focus these devices on mobility and portability rather than just raw power. The first one I'd like to discuss is actually in my pocket. It's the Samsung Galaxy Note 2. Now, you might be wondering, there's a Samsung Galaxy Note 3 out right now. Why don't I recommend that? Well, okay, so you're a college student. You might not have all of the funds in the world to play with. And there's nothing wrong with getting an older flagship device. The Samsung Galaxy Note 2 is still as functional as it ever was. And the reason I picked this in particular, the Note series, is because of the stylus. If you want to do a quick note, if you want to do a quick scribble, if you're in an arts-related class, this is perfect. This hovers around the 20,000 peso mark, but there are other options like the Cherry Mobile Titan Pro, which is closer to the 10,000 peso mark. So it offers the same functionality, large screen, there's a stylus for scribbling things. So this sort of phablet with a stylus is something that I would really recommend for a student.
Okay, and that one over there is a laptop?
Yes, it's a laptop, but it has a neat trick. This is the Asus T100. This is actually a device that I use myself for writing stories when I'm on the road. What's special about it is it's a full Windows 8 device. So all of the programs that you'd normally use, like Word, PowerPoint, Excel, will work here just fine. What I really love about this, though, is that it comes off the dock.
Oh.
So if all you need is a tablet...
Does that become like an iPad?
Something like that, yes.
Okay.
The reason I picked this over the iPad, Apple's product, is because it's full Windows 8, firstly, and it's not nearly as expensive. You get a full Windows 8 machine for something like 20,000 plus pesos. And so you can do all your work here. With a keyboard, it's absolutely devastating. You can cram actually as much as you would like, wherever you'd like to.
Right.
Yeah, so this is one option.
It's portable,
very,
it's
very
small,
portable. Look at
it's
that.
light.
It slides right into your bag, very light, and it has enough power to stay on for 11 hours.
What
so
about
that's one
memory and gigabytes?
We've got, on board, it's got 32 gigabytes of memory on the tablet itself. And when you dock it, it's got another 500 gigabytes. So that's really more than what you will need in a day at school or work.
What about the plugs? Can you put a USB
Yes, actually,
in there?
it has one USB 3.0 plug here.
What about a memory card?
And the tablet itself has a slot for a micro SD card. So if you need more memory on that, you can do that there. It also has HDMI out for outputting an image on a bigger screen. And the charger slash micro USB cable over here.
Battery life is how long?
11 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one way you could go. Very, very good for traveling.
And next, this one.
You've got another way you could go is an Android tablet. This is a great little Android tablet we have at the office. This is the Star Mobile Engage 9i. Now, it runs the Android operating system, which is like other tablets there, mobile phones that you might be familiar with. What's special about this is it's got, if you'd like to hold on to that, a glass finish, so it feels really nice in hand.
Right.
And it's pretty fast. It runs an Intel Atom processor.
Looks fancy too.
Yeah, pretty fancy looking.
And you can play games.
Yes, you could. It really feels very nice in the hand. Very solid. It's Star Mobile made it. And what's really great about this is it's 9,000 bucks. It's 9,990 bucks, I think.
Okay.
So what you could do with this is you could work on the cloud. Google lets you make documents on the cloud. It's very light and portable. It has enough battery for about 8 hours of use. And if you want to really make documents and stuff, you can pair it with a Bluetooth keyboard.
Okay.
And you have the same roughly the same usability
Right.
as a full laptop.
Right. You have a keyboard.
You have
that
a
you
full
can connect
keyboard.
it
Yes,
to.
you can connect it wirelessly.
Okay.
And you can use that to cram as well. We love doing
Right,
that.
right. So it's double purpose.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So it really brings out the functionality of the tablet.
Right, great. And this one over here.
Okay, next up, you need some downtime when you're in college or when you're on the road. So this is one of my favorite pairs of headsets. This is the Bose OE2 folding headset.
Okay.
They're very, very comfortable on-ear headphones with a plug and a very convenient carrying case. And
Okay.
it folds up really tiny, so when you travel, you just put it in your bag and you forget about it until you want to listen to some music.
What makes this different from the other brands or products that are out there?
Bose is a really reliable brand.
Right.
They make excellent home systems, and they've sort of carried that technology over to these headsets.
How much would this cost?
Right now, it's a few $1,000s. I think 3,000, around that mark.
Okay.
I wouldn't call it super premium, but the fact that it folds really gives it high marks in my book.
Right, it's portable.
Yes, very, very
And it
portable.
works great. And
Yes.
this one,
Okay.
everyone needs a good USB
Yes,
drive.
everyone needs a very good USB drive, and this one shines in particular. This is the SanDisk dual USB drive. So you know your USB drive just plugs into your USB port, right?
Right.
This has 16 gigabytes of memory and a USB 2.0 interface. What's special about this guy, though, is that it has a micro USB adapter on the other end.
Which means?
If you have, for example,
Oh, you can put it
an
onto your
Android
phone,
with a
right.
micro USB plug, you could plug it straight into this and transfer your files that way. So if I had a project I needed to share and it was on my phone, or I wanted
Right.
to share a project on someone else's phone, I could put it on this device, hand it over to them, and they could copy it straight.
Great,
Without the
great.
need for a computer.
Right.
Another thing that makes it special is if you have a tablet, for example, that has a micro USB port, it plugs right into that too. So you
Right,
can save
right.
files and transfer it, no sweat.
Okay, wonderful. And lastly, what are the, what is this?
Oh, this, everyone needs a hard drive.
It's
This
a
is
hard
just-
drive,
Yeah,
okay.
an old hard drive of mine.
It's tiny.
It's super tiny. This is the Toshiba Canvio Slim, if I'm not mistaken. I've
Okay.
had this for a few years. You can see it's banged up, but it performs great.
And how much?
This has
what?
500 gigabytes of memory.
Gigabytes,
Yeah, I'm not sure about the price anymore, but I got it a few years ago, and it was a great deal. I would recommend that students carry this just so they can share larger files if they're in a video production class, for example.
Right.
Things like that. So you're going to need all that extra space,
Okay.
particularly if you're using smaller gadgets.
And lastly, with the gadgets, what are these? You said it's your set of
Yes.
must-have tools.
Everyone needs a bunch of cables.
Cables.
Firstly, yes. Firstly, you need a power bank. Mobile devices run on batteries, and batteries always run out when you need them most. A power bank will make sure you'll stay live the whole time.
Oh, I think I had one of those. So if my phone runs out of
Yes,
battery,
exactly.
I
You
just plug it into
plug
that.
it in with your. Make sure you bring
Yeah,
the cable,
right.
otherwise it's useless.
Right.
And then you can bring your phone back up from zero charge, basically.
But just make sure you charge it again.
Yes, yes.
You
that
have
happens
to
me
keep
so often.
charging
Yes,
it
you have
again.
to charge it when you get back.
And lastly-
now this is also a very important tool. I showed you the USB drive earlier. This gives you somewhat similar functionality. This is a USB OTG cable, on-the-go cable. What it does is it gives your tablet or mobile phone with a micro USB connector a regular USB port. So I could actually plug this into my phone and plug the hard drive into this so that the phone reads the hard drive or
Okay.
USB drive or anything else.
So
that
it
you might
connects
plug
that
into.
to your hard
To
drive.
a regular USB device. If I
Okay.
wanted to, I could connect a USB keyboard to my phone.
Right.
For
right.
example, yeah.
Keyboard. Okay. So cables.
Yes, cables are important.
Connects all the
Yes.
gadgets.
Yes, it brings everything together.
Right. So great. And lastly, we have this. What is this? A magic bag?
Yes, this
Like
is my
Mary
favorite
Poppins?
piece of tech. You could
Okay,
call it that.
you can show us what it does.
This is the 511 Tactical Rush Messenger Bag.
Okay.
It looks really small, and it is, but when you open it up, it has enough room for a 15-inch laptop. It has like 1 million pockets for all your devices, and
Right.
if you look in there,
All
there's
the
so much
compartments
room.
that you need to put
Yep, you can
everything
compartmentalize
for a
your notebooks.
college student.
Yep, your laptop
Right.
can go in there.
And your
headphones
phone
go in
and
there.
things,
Mhm.
yeah,
It
your
has collapsible water bottle holders,
Right.
pockets on the side.
And why this bag? How much is this?
This one I got on an online deal for something like $3,000, but it's available in shops in airsoft shops, tactical military shops, and the like for hovering around the 5,000 or 6,000 peso mark. It's a great investment. It's super tough, super comfortable.
It will last you your whole entire college.
And maybe a year or two afterwards, yes.
And even
easily,
more.
yes.
Right, because it's durable.
Super durable, yes.
And I can tell
very, very
that
comfortable.
it could get wet, or you can throw it around and it will
yeah,
still
the inside
look
pockets are actually
brand new.
padded. So if you have a laptop in there and you drop it, it probably won't give. Just don't do it too often.
Right, so functionality and it has style as well.
Yes, it does.
Well, thank you so much, Ren, for coming to the studio
Thank you for
and
having
sharing all your knowledge with all these wonderful gadgets. Thank
you
you,
for having me.
Ren. Thanks. And that was Ren Alcantara. He's the Associate Editor of Gadgets Magazine. And up next, here comes the rain again. The wet season's onset is almost upon the Philippines. And overseas, the Nigerian military says it knows where over 200 abducted schoolgirls are. We have more news for you when we come back. Keep it here on the Solar News Channel.